Alright, welcome to Art Club. We are going to do a little bit of fashion illustration today, just a little quick one. Yeah, where's my, I had an inspo file. I saw this beautiful dress. It was actually like a doll dress, but it was really pretty and I wanted to use that as inspo because I thought I could do it more, kind of even more interesting, because the one that I found as inspiration had kind of a, like a big fishtail kind of skirt thing, but I was kind of, the way it looked in the picture was that it might have been this kind of like three-dimensional bubble thing, and I'm like, ooh, that's what I want. So let me see if I can find it. There we go. Okay, so this was the file I found. And I thought that was just really cool kind of image there. Actually, it's already turned down. But yeah, we're gonna work with that. I think that's a cool little image there. Okay. So let's start. I think we want more like a really deep, I do like these colors, this kind of really deep red kind of thing. So let's pull out my traditional reds, kind of. Oh, it just started really raining outside. It was like sprinkling about 10 minutes ago, and now it's like pouring. Okay, let me double check that the stream is working. I think we're all good though. Oh my god, I was doing so great today, and then I started work like 2 hours ago, being like, I'm gonna get a head start before art club. I'll get, get a couple papers knocked out, do art club, and then finish stuff up, in good time. And then like, A, I felt sick. B, the stream wouldn't work. There was a emoji glitch, which is like the dumbest problem ever. On with my little Pomodoro timer, which is like the simplest code. Like it's just like, it's like HTML and JavaScript, like so simple, like absolutely understandable. But it did this thing and decided not to work today, even though it's always worked forever and never caused me a problem. And so that was just cool. I had to like figure out how to re-encode emoji in HTML. I'm like, why? Why is this even an emoji and not just an image file in the first place? Hey Meowfa, how's it going? I didn't even know it was an emoji. Like I must have learned that at some point when I originally messed with the code, because I like changed some of the colors and stuff in my timer. But yeah, it was not an image file, because at first I thought maybe I'd accidentally deleted the image file because I'd been doing some rearrangement of like folders and stuff for like some of my, keeping my graphics and stuff in order to have so many graphics files now. But no, it was just the fact that for some reason, either Windows or Streamlabs decided to change how they read emoji encoded in HTML. And I had to fucking deal with the brunt of that. Because I was getting like, it wasn't even like it was giving me the boxes, it was giving me like the wrong characters. Like it was giving me weird characters with like accents and stuff. And I'm like, okay, so it's clearly not decoding it right. So let's just manually make sure it encodes properly. That was dumb. But now we're gonna do some painting, so. I think I'm gonna sketch this one out in pencil just because I quite actually like this image, and I feel like I can get it a bit better with a bit of a pencil sketch first. It's one of my good pencils. Seriously? It's like a shitty one. I suppose it'll do. Just a brief sketch. But yeah, I just want to make sure she actually looks tall and slim. Otherwise. Oh, I know what to do. Okay, there we go. Just getting glare on that and I couldn't see it properly. it all on screen, but it will be once I start painting, so. Shoulder's a little big. This is why we're doing it in pencil. It's raining out there.
How pleasant. How delightfully damp.
Oh, closed capture. Thank you, closed capture notification. You're correct. I do need to turn it on. And I will. Any better? Maybe, actually. I just turned off the filters so it's darker, but you can actually see the pencil marks now, so. Alright, everything's working currently. How delightful. Actually liking these lines. I'm getting pretty much exactly what I want out of these lines, so that's always nice when that happens. And at this stage, they're really kind of just guidelines so that I know where to put the paint. I actually don't want too many of them because it can be sometimes hard to erase them. Hey Akumar, it can be hard to erase them after paint's on top of them. But I'm super pleased with her. I actually really like her proportions and her legs and this big fucking skirt thing. Yeah, excellent. Again, I don't want too many lines on her face, but I do want to give the proportions otherwise so I don't screw it up when I put the paint down. That should be fine. I've been good, Akumar. How about yourself? What have you been up to? I want a different top than the reference image too. To come up with something. Different hair for sure. Oh my god, I'm so sick. I started like drinking caffeine like crazy and I had some Dayquil and now I'm like still not feeling good, so I must actually be sick, but like I'm kind of like So that's not good because I do have a whole day's worth of work left to do because I've really only got like half an hour done, so I ended up spending like 2 hours, maybe not quite 2 hours, trying to fix the stupid stream issue again, but that's okay because it's fixed now. What kind of hair should she have? The reference image has just like really long straight hair, and I do like that because it kind of contrasts with the big curl here. But maybe tied back. I think tied back might actually look really good in this because it's kind of a very formal look, right? So we'll keep jawbone there. I kind of like that jawbone. See if I have any other examples. Too fancy. I found some, really found some with like a big pompadour in the front, which is cool, but not quite what I'm looking for. Oh, straight but just tied back in a ponytail is kind of nice, actually. Don't want to be too simple for me. I think I kind of want something up. Kind of. I feel like it has to be straight though. This one has kind of, I found one with kind of like cute vintage kind of wave things going on, like finger curls, but I think that, I mean, it would mirror this, but I think that's too much. Oh, one with like a little like kind of over affected vintage curl. But again, I think it's too much with the thing. I don't want it to be a parody. I just want it to be complementary without detracting or distracting. I'm gonna find something. Do a high straight pony. Kind of a I still feel I don't feel like I want it up though. Just like a beehive kind of thing. That would also balance it out if they, so instead of having the curl down here underneath her chin to balance, I could put curls on top of her head to balance. You're also good. Excellent. What are you up to tonight? What were you up to today? You do like a little like chignon or something? No, that's too mirroring. Find the right complementary style. Browsing through my photos now. Ooh, that might do it. Oh, I like that one. Okay, I think I found one. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so. Again, I don't want to actually put too many pencil lines on this because the paint's got to go over top of it. a helmet. But we're sketching it in pencil. I don't like this. There's my real eraser. It's being used as a stand. This eraser is actually fine. Maybe if I do it the other direction, it'll make more sense. Actually, so ears actually generally go from your eyes, kind of the top of your eyes to the bottom of your eyebrows, to the bottom of your nose. So if you ever want to know where to put ears. Oh, you went for a run. Excellent. Hey, running, walk, run, walk, run, walk. That's the way to do it. 100%. I always have to do that because I usually run with the dog. And so she can't keep up if I just run the whole time. That's my excuse anyways, and I'm sticking to it. Oh yeah, I like that. Okay. And then what am I doing for the bottom of this? Is that going to be... Is it just all tucked up? This is good too, because if she was standing straight on, the angle of her hair would be the opposite to the angle of this dress, so that would be perfect. That's exactly what someone might do. Okay, I think I'm good with that first. No, I need the top of her dress still. Then I can start painting, because I don't want too many details. That's what the paint is for. Oh, maybe kind of a... something like that. That's too much detail. I want the attention to be on the bottom of the dress. Bulky under the shoulder though. Gotta be a little bit practical. No, you don't. It's a fucking lie. Am I inking this or just painting? I've got this beautiful watercolor paper that would probably hate to have a nib dragged over it. So let's just do it all in paint. Actually. Well, I don't know. Do I have a brush that I want to use for this that's skinny enough? Make a really good one. That's the trick about good brushes, is that if they're really good, it doesn't matter how thick they are because the point will be fine and skinny anyways. But if you have a really good skinny brush, it'll be even better. I had one more that was really good. And sometimes once you get water on them, they look a lot better. No, those are the ones I was thinking of. This one's also pretty good. This one's also good, but it's even bigger. I have another little skinny, there it is. Little skinny black one. There we are. That's what I was looking for. Yeah. Oh, I didn't put any water. Oh my goodness. dog needs water. Oh, there you have water. Damn it. Sorry, my dear. You have water. Oh, shit. I need water. I'm also pleased I got our club started before 9 p.m. I know it says it was started at 8, but considering it hasn't started at all the last like week or two, we'll take 9 p.m. That'll be fine. I also like these brushes because they don't roll away on you because they have a bit of a triangle grip, which is nice. Trying to decide if I'm just starting with color or starting with black and white or what I'm... Again, I feel like I need to like erase more of these lines because they're not... The more I can get rid of, the better, honestly. Dark. Just gonna go through, kind of give it a brief erase overall. So I can still kind of see where they are. I'm not erasing them the way I would if I was fully trying to get rid of them. But I will give an erase like that when I'm done. But it probably won't work once paint's on top of them. Is the problem. Difference. All right, let's paint the color first, and then we'll paint the lines after. I want a bigger brush for this. For this part, yeah. Oh, where's one of my little palettes? Oh, that's what I need right now. I'm like, why don't I have any palettes? Oh, because I didn't pull them out. That would do it. There we go. Color mixing space. That's a good point.
Oh, there we go. Cool. Yeah, no, scooters. I told you it said, you know, these with access to your life. I just should I did that. That's what this is for. And then I connected it. And it's not just connecting me to the phone. But it's still has no light, no heat. No way. I love it. I didn't have to deal with that just now. I would have thought it was some awful library. Elon Musk, my full name is elongated. Oh, really? Jesus.
I'm trying to just really leave lots of white space here because I think that's really kind of going to be the ticket, but I don't want this kind of like, it kind of started to dry in a weird way already. I'm just gonna get in there and fix that. Oh, maybe that's because of the eraser. Oh, interesting. Well, if it creates a little bit of an artifact effect, that's fine too.
Okay. So I'm gonna open my list. I'll try to find something and it'll see get this fucking work. Did you download the? Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, just get Chrome is better for this thing. Jesus. Well, it certainly works on Chrome. Oh, wow. No, you don't actually want that because you use Google too much. I know you hate when they become then they kind of have you, but you know, they got us all
Getting
involved.
a bit of a dark purple in here. Is that this? Is this dark purple? It's blue. Oh, that's way too blue. That's not what I wanted. I mean, it could be kind of cool, but.
I would be, and also like revolutionary. I would totally be down to like fucking like burn down the old gods and erect the new idols. You know what I mean? Like just get to the point where it's functionally funny and yeah, there's yeah, well, no, I mean, they never became critical. No, doesn't get me wrong, but he's shrewd business that like he's shrewd as fuck. Oh,
Hey, Mr. Dog, how's it going? What are you up to today? Trying to catch it as it dries here to get it to have a bit more effects, and then I'll have to put some more on it as it after it's actually dry. Oh, I should switch to a different brush now. I'm doing kind of more of the detail work. That makes sense.
That's so terrible.
Oh, I like that. That's perfect. I want more of the dry brush effect here. I get the idea of that satin having that texture to it. Yeah, I like that. Well, we'll see when it dries if I still like it, and then I can go back over it again.
I like how it's something that is still bound to happen. It just takes 3 episodes this time. Oh, okay. Well, don't shut down your computer. You shouldn't be doing that anyway. Well,
Okay, I think we're gonna leave that bit alone for now and move on to the rest of the stress.
I don't know, I'm sorry, I was just, back when I was younger, it was sort of,
I'll use this brush, yeah, probably.
sense did not start to very responsible because they would actually, like, I don't want to learn this stuff. Like, you have an SSD. Okay. Yeah, if you have a solid state drive, like on one drive, then definitely there's no moving parts. But modern, like, mechanical plastic is also good. But I know the late night papers the really good ones. Because the hard drive kind of USB start, that was there. Yeah, this is like ridiculous, and it was the kind of thing that most people know. So like anybody who's looking at that is obviously like,
Now I've got to be careful to remember to leave white space here because I feel like that's the kind of thing I very much want to not do.
I like hibernated it when it's melting. turning it off entirely is how the start out. I guess, yeah, like, honestly, I honestly don't mind okay, so I'm gonna queue up my, I'm gonna watch later with okay, and then other weird shit that's like a big ad. My favorite is go ask my favorite. I got shit like, yeah, I don't know finish it, but I find it you know how to feel things that are okay, and it's actually kind of crazy because I don't know, but it's supposed to so yeah, so you actually don't know. There's really a lot of artifacts. Like people like that.
Oops. I don't really want that to come out like that. I don't know if I like the way the pink worked out with the red and the white. I was hoping it would create a nice effect, but I feel like I would have done better just to leave it with white space. I don't know. Just kind of readjust some water. Yeah, that's better. But I did add some nice dimension in there, so.
I appreciate the idea. I appreciate it. That whole actually, you know, now I think because, well, I should say I agree too. There's a very, I can't explain it.
I like the way this one's turning out though. Okay, cool. I like this needs to be a bit brighter. Yeah, yeah, exactly. should be using the skinny brush for this. Yeah, it's a little bit more fun now. Yeah, some of that not blending in quite so much. It's better. And I'm liking the way the red is drying up there. The pink actually is working nicely. Okay, let's do some skin tone, and actually let's do some hair first, because skin tone, I'll have to touch the, oh, let's do some shoes too. Color shoes. I'm good, Mr. Dog. How about yourself? Oh, I know what I want to do. I don't like this purple color. It's a little bit too dark, but I'm just gonna cover over it with a little bit of, while it's still wet, it'll soak up kind of the more purpley or pinky color, and that'll kind of help it turn out more the way I want it to. Yeah, I think that's a bit better. I'm gonna end up in the same position I was in 5 minutes ago there, where I thought there was too much, it was overworked, and I went through and like put all this water back into it to try to get rid of that, and I'm gonna end up right back there again. Let's do some shoes. This should be a little bit more flat, shouldn't it? Yeah, that's a platform, that's okay. Otherwise she wasn't really balancing. More red though, not purple. I'll leave that there. Soak up some of that water. So try to bleed out on me. Okay, like that. Oh, cute! I ended up with some little flicks up there. That's actually not a huge problem. I'll add a couple more down there. And I'll try not to add any more. Okay, I think hair now. Now the one in my reference had kind of really kind of dark bluey purple hair, but do I want to do like kind of a blonde? Brunette actually probably look really good with this, like a dark brunette. Getting a muddy color here instead of a nice rich brown. That's a bit of a richer brown there. That's more like chocolate now. Oh, hey, get back in there. Hey. Yes, there we go. That's what I wanted, a really rich brown. It's almost too red. I don't want it to be like super red. A little bit of green, I guess, maybe. I don't need very much. Yeah, not very damaged. That's better. Hey Ty, how's it going? Those letters again. Absolutely change all the settings. Oh, I should be using a skinnier brush for this. I don't know why I'm using this one, but this one has all the paint on it now. Yeah, I kind of like that. Alright. I mixed so much brown. I should do another brunette next week.
So before we fuck around with it anymore, let's see if this actually goes through what I hope it will allow us to do. Because, like,
Suppose I could have used the skinny brush for this part, but I didn't. Alright, I probably should stop messing with that or I'll make it worse. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna lay off that. Well, except I haven't quite captured where her actual ear is supposed to be, so let's mark that in a little bit better. There we go. Okay, she has an ear in the right place. It's going good. I was hoping to have gotten more work done before I started this stream today, but when I tried to set up the co-working stream, the Pomodoro timer I use, apparently I must have known this when I first was working with it. It uses an emoji to code the tomato, and that for some reason stopped working, so I had to refigure out how to recode emojis into HTML to make it load properly. And even first I had to figure out what the problem was. I'm like, why is this not working? So that was fun. And so I wasted like 2 hours not working when I should have been working. But I started the art stream on time, so I'm pleased about that. I feel like this white is too big. I'm going to try to make it a bit smaller. What have you been up to today? It sounds like fun, right? Yeah, uh-huh. Something like that, probably. Okay, what does she need at this point? She needs skin and she needs a face. Okay. Sounds terrible when you put it that way. Oh, the reference image has a bit of a necklace too. I suppose she could have a necklace. I suppose I should mark that in before I start trying to put, like, paint the skin. Kind of something like amethyst, sapphire, kind of play off the purple. That anymore. Okay, I kind of have to let it dry more before I do the skin tone. Oh, I should do her facial features now, put the skin tone in after, otherwise I'll draw the skin tone over her facial features, which is what I don't want. So let's do that now, and then all I have to do is do the skin tone, and I'll do that later once the rest of it's fully dry, so that I don't smear all of it. those. I hate those so much. Crap. Oh, I really, really hate that. Okay, thank God. Doing some philosophy and ideology. Thinking about if you went back for a PhD kind of thing. Wild. What would you do a PhD on if you were gonna do one in philosophy? It's a bit better. It's still kind of sticking out where that previous mark was. I think that's probably about as good as I'm gonna get, unless I really oversize them. I think I might have to. It's just, you can see it so much. Yeah, we'll just make it a bit bigger. There we go. Ugh, a little bit too big, but whatever. That's on trend now. It's fascinating and enlightening. Brings only more questions. Yeah, it broadens your views of the world and other cultures. Right. I'll look up a reference for some eyes here because I don't want to screw them up. Good old Carrie Hess. Can't go wrong with Carrie Hess. Or Megan Hess. They're both amazing. Trick is once again not to go overboard. Less is more. Yeah, here's a mark with that one. This is color black. What color is this? Black or very dark purple. I'll do either way. Just gonna paint on my microphone. Criminology, sociology, or epidemiology. Explains the fast and loose culture we have. The go, go, go for productivity's sake. Despite not being sustainable. Oh, from people not understanding what living in the now means. I'm not to get my head under the camera. There it is. There we go, it's not too bad. And eyes. said eyes and then immediately moved on to the nose so I didn't have to do them. Ah! Why did I put a line there? Jesus shit. Oh, I'm ruining them. God damn it. Oh, I hate that. That was frustrating. Let's try the other one. Darn it, that one was actually turning out half decent and then it kind of just like got away from me. Oh god, I'm ruining this one too. Oh, I hate that. Oh no, damn, I hate that. That one's way worse than the other one. Okay, remove, please. Get out. Okay, now I'm gonna let those dry before I try to mess with them again, otherwise they're going to go right back into what they were just doing, which was terrible. I'm exploring the connections to a series of research papers about climate science, agriculture, philosophy. Okay, so kind of everything to answer questions about the future. And checking in every half decade, every 5 years. The inspiration for this was, where's the image? This image here, which was just, it's a doll, but I really loved the three-dimensionality of the skirt. I thought it was just, I would love to see that in real life, something that big and exciting. So I thought that would be really nice to work with. Okay, I might be done for today though, because I can't do her face until I'm sure that it's dry again. And like things like I can't start her skin yet because like this is still wet. Okay, so I think that's about done for today. It will be finished and updated on Instagram at some point. But yeah, that's the work for today. And now we're gonna go straight into co-working. Well, I'm gonna flip the stream, but then we're into co-working. Darn it, I'm mad that I almost had that first eye so well, and then I ruined it. The second eye I didn't really have even from the start, so I'm not too surprised about that one. That first one I almost had. Almost. Get it next time. I'll get it next time. Okay, I'm glad the day cool's kicking in, although I haven't stood up yet. When I stand up, I might feel dizzy again. We'll see. I actually used all these brushes, but I might as well re-taper them. Oh, my coffee. These models have been accurate, albeit somewhat conservative, in how long they thought the end of humanity would be away. The data started way back in 1972 and has been updated as it goes. Oh, very cool, very cool. I saw this TikTok as just screenshots. It was this workout with the wine glass and the full dress and the heels, like the ballet style dress. Oh, that was super cute. Just because it was right next in the list there. Oh, I found this great photographer who does these like kind of pinup style photographs. Actually, I better check that none of this is all safe for work before I start flipping through images of literal pinups. Although, I mean, it was all on Instagram, so it has to be safe for anyways. But oh, they're not even in this part of the folder. Okay, well, never mind. That's all the ones I got. But it was a good, great photographer, honestly. Like, really captured that same kind of the feel of that animated pinups, like not animated, that hand-drawn pinup style, which is such a cute style. Retro. Yeah, if we continue with business as usual, the end of civilization, climate disaster, and famines before 2050. Yeah, I see that. No, we've got to be really careful about famine because, like, we saw that in Syria, if the climate gets too warm, if you can't grow food, everyone leaves. Now you have mass immigration to the places that do have food, and then they're not going to be able to have food either. And then everyone moves to Canada. So, you know, kind of depends on what your goals are, I guess. Buy Vancouver real estate now. But it's gonna be more expensive if everyone from fucking Florida moves up there.
Well, yeah, when Florida becomes uninhabitable.
When it becomes under the sea?
We will evolve.
And like boiling sea under a boiling sea?
It's not kind of sudden change. You know, you can't adapt to that environment. You couldn't have fish people.
Oh, geez, yeah, human population dropping. Well, I mean, okay, so the biggest thing is, like, we're kind of already almost accounting for that because, like, birth rates are low everywhere. And even, like, developing countries' birth rates are dropping. So, I mean, population is gonna kind of go down in the next couple generations anyway because we're just not having even subsistence levels of children. So, you know, I mean, that could work out for a little while. We could kind of rebalance for a bit, sort out our problems, and then regroup and populate the stars or something. This is like messy down here. I feel like I want to touch that up and make it cleaner, but I'll do that next time. I gotta get to work. All right. Yeah, the selfishness of a few. Funny how that works. It was also really frustrating that we have all these people who are only looking out for themselves, but only like themselves short term, because you have all these kind of traditional, like, business magnates and wealthy people who are theoretically all about, like, you know, their descendants and their family lineage and their legacy and what they leave behind and what they leave for their family. And it's like, okay, but if you leave your family a lot of money, but the planet can't grow food anymore, like, do you know what I mean? Like, okay, that's great that it doesn't matter because you're rich enough that your family 3 generations down the line will be able to, like, guard themselves against, you know, rampaging food invaders. But, like, is that really the world you want to set up for your descendants? Like, what are you doing? Can you think a little bit more broad scale than just your immediate family? Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. A standard of living impossible to implement globally. Like, there's no there's no rhyme or reason to like the level of spending $1 billion. Like, it's just, you can't, it doesn't make any sense to do that for everyone.
And a mug of wine. Live in the dream. Okay, here we go.
Okay, I'm liking the way the skirt looks now that it started to dry a bit more. That's good. It kind of dried more evenly than I was worried it might. It was looking a little bit spotty for a while, but the watercolor paper absorbed it nicely. Yeah, sacrifice quality of living. That's the biggest thing. And I mean, I think we're starting to get there. But like, everyone's like, oh, it's corporations. Yeah, it's corporations, but who the fuck do you think is buying from these corporations? It's everyone. But you have to be willing to make your own quality of life a little bit shittier. Everyone does in the long term in order to stop supporting all this garbage. So, and I think we're getting there. I mean, that's a lot of people doing a lot of little things all the time, making little changes, and it all is going to add up. We just need to be willing to make more sacrifices, unfortunately. But it's just really frustrating because then people get like wrapped up in these like stupid things like grocery store bags. It's like, it's not the grocery store bags, it's your car. Like, the grocery store bags aren't the problem, your fucking car is the problem. Like, It's like, but let's not use straws anymore. It's like, okay, sure. But also, that's not the problem. Like, there's bigger things. It's your air travel. It's your, Jesus Christ, you know? It's all the shit you buy that comes from another country. It's all the shit you buy that was made in China. It's all the shit that you buy that was made in a factory that still works on coal. Like, that's the problem, not the fucking straw. Oh, but I found a bunch of really cool, like, kind of, digital fashion stuff, which is what I've been interested in lately, right? So, like, you know, kind of more avant-garde stuff, like, kind of, like, it looks very computery versus kind of more, like, this is just not a, you know, more of a simple example, but, like, more traditional clothes style. So, I don't know, I just feel like I've got to connect with someone who's good at this. I think that's a digital one. It looks digital to me. Oh yeah, and then some of these ones were really cool. Like things that can't exist in real life. Like, I don't know. I just feel like there's something there. I feel like adding that into a fashion company is gonna do something. That one's pretty cool. Yeah, tons of really neat shit. Need to find an artist to collaborate with who's good at this stuff. But yeah, see, look, they put them on real people, and some of them can move when they're on a real person, and some of them, like, you can just edit it into a photo. But yeah, like, I think that dress is digital. The skirt's real, but the jacket's real, but the dress is digital. So, kind of cool stuff like that. What else have I got? Oh, I got tons more. This one's digital too. Like, but it looks like real fabric. Like, very neat stuff. I thought that was really cool. Just like it's on a mannequin. This one, like, this designer specifically uses kind of very textile-y, very tapestry kind of things. Like, that's a digital dress. That dress is not there in real life. Same with that one. And then some of them you can tell, it's like, okay, obviously that one's not real, right? But this one also, like, that's not real. But it just looks really cool. I'm feeling it. Oh, this one is neat actually because it looks like balloons, right? I don't want to show up great on camera, but it's really cool. So, I don't know. I'm just feeling like if I can find the right person to work with, there could be something really cool. And so you can get this like super metallic effect because it's just CG, right? Really cool stuff. This one's neat, kind of like a shell. Yeah, right? Like it's not even, it's not that I couldn't learn it, it's that I don't have time to like learn a whole new skill, right? When there's people out there who are really good at it. Okay, so this is Dolce & Gabbana's version. Like fully CG, like literally like hand beaded, but the CG equivalent. Like a full CG beaded jacket. And then they made the real one, of course, and sold it along with the NFT, which is pretty much exactly what I would like to do, except I'd like the digital version to be something that can't exist in real life. So there's the real version. And there's the digital version. But like that looks like a real jacket, and obviously, you know, they had the best of the best working on it. So it basically does. But yeah, you can see kind of the real one and the digital one. They're like super cool stuff. That's the kind of thing I'd like to do. Match pairs. Oh, and then, sorry, I'm just like so into this. I really need to get to work. But I just think some of these artists are really good, and then some of them are obviously still new. But like, look at that. That looks so good. That's just digital stuff. Oh, this artist. Like, look at how great that looks. I don't know if it shows up on screen. It's too light. But just this like beautiful texture and like soft sweater. But like, look, it's digital. You know, it's not real. I just think that's stunning. But like, that's so rare. Like, it's so hard to find stuff that looks like that. Most of the time you find stuff that looks plasticky like that. And so it's like, okay, this artist is really good. Okay, I think that's about enough of that. Really cool, crazy stuff. It's like Iris Van Herpen. And she does stuff like this, like the 3D printing stuff. Alright. Oh, this is one of my favorite images of all time. I don't know why it's in this place in the folder. I think that dress is just classic and stunning. Oh no, what did I do? Oh, don't do that.
Don't ask me if this is like the end of one of the episodes or what the fuck this is. Right? Yeah. No, this is weird. It's like a little music. But nothing like
Is it 10 p.m.? Okay.
I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen the sight of the video. That's very much the only anime I can think of is entirely English. And like it's done in Japanese and English entirely.
Which would I want to pursue first? Out of which? Out of what?
It's just like a shot of the camera with like guitar playing. That's so hard.
Okay. Yeah, can maybe help with design render showcasing with regard to computer generated imagery. Do you have some skills in CGI? With the whole NFT thing. Yeah, the whole NFT thing's a whole separate thing, but I feel like it's not. I feel like once you learn it, it's not that complicated, so I feel like that's something I can learn. Oh, physical versus virtual first fashion? Okay, so the best trick is that modern factories pretty much want digital patterns. Anyways, so you have to make a digital file of the pattern. That digital pattern file, if you make it correctly, which is why I need to hire someone, can be basically translated into or like directly used as a digital 3D file to create a 3D render of the item. It just needs to be like translated, you know, into different programs and stuff, right? Because different programs are used to lay out the flat pieces versus lay out a three-dimensional image. So if you hire the right person who knows how to craft the patterns in the right way, that they can be co-opted without too much extra effort, and then the extra effort is things like textures and lighting and that kind of stuff, right? Which is its own skill. But theoretically, the 3D pattern pieces are already the basic of the item, like it already exists, and it would be one-to-one the real pattern, right? So, although for digital, sometimes you have to make concessions, right? It's like, oh, it doesn't want to fold there unless we like artificially change it, but you know, that's a skill too. But yeah, so theoretically, you could get it done all at once if you're doing it right, without too much extra cost. Not like starting from scratch, at least. Could be an IP disaster, though. Well, I mean, you have to make sure you own what you're selling, but I mean, that's why you hire someone to, like, you hire someone as to do a project for you, right? Like, you just have to make sure the contract's there. But yeah, digital is more efficient and will likely be required. Yeah, most of the factories now they prefer it if don't outright require it, so it's like, well, might as well get it done right and done in a way where I can then make it into a 3D thing. But I mean, again, though, if I'm working with someone who wants to like legit collab, like I would 100% be willing to like do a shared type of thing. Like if you're doing, you know, a huge portion of this work, right? And you're interested in like being a founder or being an investor or something, right? Like 100% I'd be willing to do a real collab like that with someone. So, or even like just a collection, like if you're just going to collab for one collection, right? Without long-term commitment, like that's entirely workable. You mean like for physical knockoffs? What do you mean? Whoa. Microsoft, what are you trying to do? Oh god, what have I done? Like hit the wrong button somewhere and now it's trying to do something. I don't know. Oh my god, no, what is this? I don't want any part of this to be happening. It's trying to like offer me personalized offers and discounts for Microsoft products. Why have I accidentally acquired this setting? Go away. Okay, goodbye. Thank you. Collaboration for individual releases. Collections?
Yeah, there's like the fucking scenes, like acts.
Alright, we don't have many people here, so we're gonna do a raid. Let's go check out art by Trisha Hall, but I'm literally gonna be co-working really soon here. Oh, you mean like they'd have the patterns? It's not a big issue because you can just hire someone who knows how to copy a pattern from a physical garment anyways. Like, that's what like companies like Zara and H&M do anyways. They just literally get someone to buy a bunch of designer clothing, they copy the patterns, and then they return all the designer clothing. And yeah, plus the Chinese factories will just, a lot of the time they will literally just put a different fabric and remake the same pattern and sell it to other companies. So, you know, when they think they can get away with it. So that kind of stuff already happens and there isn't really much, like sure, having the digital pattern might make it a little bit quicker, but they're just gonna copy the patterns anyways. And also like taking a pattern from an like from a digital fashion file would be much trickier because again, think about like a computer graphic movie. Like if you just download the movie, you don't have access to the actual like models and renders and stuff, right? Like you're downloading the compiled version. So same thing with like a digital fashion. If you're just like buying a digital fashion piece, like the file you're getting is not the files they were working from. Like you wouldn't even have the files for the patterns. No, it's not really the NFT though. What I'm talking about is like the digital fashion is like again, it's going to be compiled from like so you'd create the digital fashion in a program like Clo or something, but the file that the consumer is going to get, they're not going to have Clo, so it's going to be compiled to open in something like Snapchat or as a filter or in a game, a video game or something, right? Like it's not going to be the same file that the developer was working from. Otherwise, all the consumers would have to have the super expensive like design programs just to open their file and use it, right? All right, we're gonna do a raid. I'm gonna co-work again, so we can continue this conversation. Do I have a? I think I have a little art raid. Is it raid art? I bet it's raid art. Why is this not working? God, computer, you're so slow. It's slow because it's trying to do shit now. Alright, we'll be back. Oh my god, it's just not working. Try here. I think it's that one. Yeah, lots of digital infrastructure to build and host, right? I mean, that's the thing. Like, I haven't, like, there's lots of programs, lots of people who are doing like digital. I'll talk about this later. It's gonna cut me off. Bye. Oh shit.
There's a point in the HR Geeker story.